if we don't get good grades in college, then when is the best time to try things out? That's a good thing. I mean, good question. If you ask me, what do you mean by don't getting good grades? I mean, do you mean like you are getting below 60? Whoever asked that question, Nikhil. I don't think he's here. Okay, anyway, I'll answer that. So if you think you are getting at less than 60% of the marks, and then you might first try to you might first try to concentrate on your studies first, but take some time. Once your grades start increasing, try to take up some idea. Okay, I mean, it's not like you won't have a particular time, best time inside your college. Your college is the best time, but inside your college there's no particular time that I would say that this is the best time. I mean, if you start your startup in your second year, that should be good. I wouldn't say that. You can even start your startup in fourth year. So try to put up your grades up to a limit. Try to get it around 8.5 if possible. 8 also is okay. So even if they go down to like 6.5 or 7 or 6, it shouldn't matter much, because okay, your grades are at a consistency, so you don't have to worry about that. So take some time off. If possible, try to start it in your fourth year. I mean, if you couldn't do it in the first 3 years, but try something else. But if you weren't starting it in your college life, at least try to do it after college. It's not wrong to do it after college. If you have the stability to do it, then please try to do that.
Yeah, we have one more question. If we have ideas, but finding right peer group who really encourage us and join us in our journey is really difficult. Any word on it?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Is it in the chat box?
Yeah, it's in the chat box. It's about they have good ideas, but they are unable to find the right group.
But finding right peer group who really encourage us and join us in our journey is really difficult. Any word on it? Okay. So that's where actually Savishkara comes in.
Exactly.
So, okay. Is it okay if I answer it in the part where I tell you about Savishkara?
Okay.
I'll fastly answer the other questions because we have very less time.
Okay. How did you get funding?
How did you get funding?
Yeah.
So coming to funding, I already told you that I put up all my pocket money and all the amount I earned in my college days into the startup. So I didn't have to worry about getting a funding because my dad was okay with funding if I had anything extra to do it. But all the amount I had from my college days was enough for me to start my own startup. So if you are talking about getting funding, I told you already about incubators and accelerators. These need not only be in your college, you can even take them outside your college. There are many companies who actually try to invest, and all of these companies come to these hubs, eHub or any other. You also have JHub. So you can go to that particular hubs, present your idea. Maybe there are people who are ready to invest into your ideas, or even if possible, try to visit business schools, because in business schools there are various competitions that are happening. So if you go to those particular competitions, give your idea to them, there are many people who come to those business schools to invest because they think that business people, people who study business, about MBA and all, they are more intended to start a startup than we are. So try to visit those schools. You might have some help there too. So that's my idea. Yeah. So next question.
We have you done cold calls and what's your experience about it?
No, I actually haven't ever done that.
I think Savishkara has some already inbuilt leads, so there is no requirement of making cold calls.
Yeah, so I didn't have any such a problem till now, at least. So I wouldn't answer on that, because if I don't have the experience and I say something to you, you will follow that, and you don't want that to happen.
Cold calls is basically like generating leads, right? It is basically to generate the leads for your startup. So yeah,
we had like enough leads actually to do the basic starting work. So we are presently working on using the campus ambassadors as our marketing agents or someone who can get us leads. So that's working fine till now. So I hope that won't be a problem to me in the future. But still, I don't have any experience on it, so I wouldn't comment on that. Any more questions?
Hello.
Yeah, okay.
How are you?
Fine. Sorry,
Yeah, my question is, if you have a bunch of ideas, like if you have one or more ideas, which come under the same umbrella, so what would you suggest to start them simultaneously so that if one falls down or the other becomes the backup, or to start it one by one, you giving a priority order?
If you ask me, don't try to do that.
You?
If you should ask me, don't try to start 2 or 3 startups simultaneously. I mean, not at the same time. Try to do it one after the other. Don't ever try to do 2 or 3 at the same time. Try to do the one in the first place. Let that work a little bit. Let it get to a stage, a little stage where it can be handled by you. And even then, if you get enough time, try to do the second one. Don't mix up 2 or 3 startups at the same time. I'm saying you this point because it's very important. If you try to do 2 or 3 startups at the same time, all will fail. This is a 99% probability thing. The 1%, if you are lucky, that's a different thing. But 99%, all will fail. Not even one will pass. Try to do one after the other.
Okay.
That's my genuine suggestion.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
I have one from my end. People usually don't recognize that they're having an idea for the startup. So, like, they have an idea, but they don't recognize it's an idea. So, what do you think? Like, is the solution for that? How to recognize an idea?
I'll tell you that. Try to talk to people. Try to talk to as many people as possible, and say out whatever you can. I mean, whatever you know. If you are discussing on a particular topic, say out whatever you know. Maybe if you don't recognize that you already have the startup idea with you, the other guy whom you're talking to might try to know that. If you have some idea, if you have something to say, just say it to someone else, because they might have the idea of like, okay, this thing might work. So this guy has a particular idea that might work. So that guy will suggest you, or at least he'll try to do it on his own. That's a different thing. But try to talk to the people whom you know, so that they don't take away your idea and get benefited on that. So try to talk to people you know. Maybe if you have that, if they recognize that you have this idea, they might let you know that, okay, you have this idea, this might work, try to do this or do that. That's what mentors come in. I told you, right? Try to find mentors. Mentors come in that particular place. Okay.
Question: what is the best way to generate organic growth?
In today's day and age, what is the best way to generate organic growth and attract positive attention? Organic growth and positive attention. See, every startup doesn't always come to directly to the particular place. And if you're talking about the present age, I mean, you should be talking about the present age, but still, always don't try to get into controversies in the first place. First thing, that's the first thing to remember. Don't try to get into the controversial businesses, especially. And organic growth. I told you, use whatever market you have right now. So consider you have a particular product that you think might work, but you don't have the right market. For example, your college isn't the right market for you. I mean, you have to sell that to the old people or someone, the adult people or someone. So that might not work with you. You might think that it might not work in college, but if you take this particular product, display some things in your college, there are some people who have these, who have parents or the grandparents or someone who might need that particular product. So it might even work that way. So generating organic growth always depends on how you market your product. So I wouldn't. It changes. It varies from product to product. I wouldn't talk it, as normal, but it will work. I'll go one by one. So next is, I think I don't have any ideas to start a startup. How to develop? Okay, if you don't have any ideas to do a startup, try to learn something. Try to visit some talks. Try to understand the problems people face. Usually, if you aren't even able to try to understand the problems, do a Google search, simple Google search. What are the present problems in this nation? Or try to go for hackathons, because in hackathons they'll give you a problem statement. You might try to find a solution for it, right? Or you might, or there are some people who want to do a startup and they don't have the skill. If you have the skill, give your skill to them. You're also part of a startup then. So use these opportunities whenever if you don't have the ideas to do a startup. Okay, we have startups itself fails 99.9% chances. Anything about that, myth or truth? 99.9%, yeah, startups fail. Being frank, startups fail most of the time because they get into these particular ideas without even doing a background on it. Usually people don't think much about, once they have the idea, okay, we'll do this, and they'll get into it. But if you don't have the enough backup for it and background idea of what's happening and what should happen, then you're genuine to get failed. So always try to do everything. I mean, try to understand the problem you have, try to understand what you're doing, and then try to get into it. That should help. I mean, that will help you, get a good start. I mean, get a good grip on your startup. So it's a truth. It's not myth. It's a truth anyway. So I think a great way to gain organic growth just by doing your daily posts.
Okay, that's not the question. So for the last question over here, if we have an idea which is good and would possibly not generate any revenue for us, but is a good idea, should we proceed with it? Would it be worth it?
Okay, you're saying it would not generate any revenue, but is a good idea. Okay, yeah, do it. Because if you're in college, you don't have to worry about generating revenue. After college, that's a different thing anyway. But if you're in college, if you're asking me, if you have to do it in the college, do it. Even if it doesn't generate a revenue, it might give you a particular influence over people. So in the future, if you do something that might generate revenue, these people whom you have helped without without generating the revenue, doing a startup, those people might help you build your new startup to a better position, right? In the first place, you'll have a good market in the first place itself. So even if you put a new thing in the new product or in the market, so that will also help you do something, even though if it doesn't generate a revenue. Being frank, Savishkara doesn't generate much revenue. It's at a lower cost, but it will help students. That's the only thing only reason I started this company.
So we have one thing, like if I have an idea but it doesn't work in a team, so how can I find a good team to start? I think this is the right time to tell about Savishkara. So yeah, go ahead and just give everyone what Savishkara is all about.
Okay, bro, next slide. Okay, now even after all of this, whatever I talked, and that didn't work, sorry, you know that annual profit of Zomato, Ola, and many startups are in losses. Then why many people are investing in that company? Because they might get into loss right now, bro. Being frank, they might be in losses right now, but in the future, there are chances. There's one guy who wants to answer on this point, so I let him answer this. Take over.
Bro, as you see, Paytm and many other startups were in losses initially and now too.
Yeah.
And why many of them are funding on that?
So basically, like I am very sorry to interrupt, but this is a very important question and it's a very nice question. So I would like to tell you that they are investing not in the company, they are investing in the idea. So you see,
One sec. Aditya, please go on mute.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
so if your idea is a good thing, many companies will be coming in. They do your company valuation not on the basis of how much amount of revenue you have in the banks or your assets or your capitals. They value for your idea, and that is why many companies like Paytm, Zomato, Swiggy, Nykaa, and all are getting investors. And moreover, they are also given IPOs for 2021. That is the thing. If you want a real life example where this was a very good thing, if you go back 3 years, Tesla was bankrupt. And actually, Elon Musk asked the Apple company to buy his all shares. Apple refused because saying that your idea is not a good one and your company is valued a lot over that. And you can see, if you have been reading the news, you can see in 2020 where Tesla is now, right? So always have always think that your idea is a perfect one. Always work on that idea. And if in any case someone tries to demotivate you, please don't get demotivated. And I would like to thank Aditya to give an opportunity for this, but I was too eager to answer this question and I just popped up out of random.
That was a great explanation too. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll say about Savishkara as fast as possible. If I miss anything, go to our website. That should help. www.savishkara.com. Just note this down. If the call gets mailed, that should help you. If in any case. So coming to Savishkara, I'll simply say this one to you. You have an idea, but you don't have the required skill. Come to Savishkara, we'll help you with that idea. We'll give you the required skill, and we'll get that thing into a startup, and we'll send you. It's to simply say this is the thing we do. If you have an idea, you will get the skills. If you have this, if you only have the skills, you don't have the idea, you also please come to us. We'll put you into one or the other startup, whatever we have, if they require any particular set of skills that you already have. This is one set of the thing what we do. We help startups grow by providing them with the skill. The second thing, by providing them with the knowledge. So how do we provide them with the knowledge? We also conduct workshops, seminars, training sessions. So on various topics, like presently we are working on Python, ML. We already had some classes on ML. There was a batch that already went out. So we also help people gain skills, and we also help people use these skills into a particular set of projects, into startups. Now I have like 3 startup ideas working in our company. So we are helping these 3 people to gain what they need from this. So out of these 3, only one will generate revenue one will pay us. The other 2 won't be generating any revenue. So coming to the payment style, that varies according to startup. So that's a different thing. I wouldn't talk about that here anyway. So if you have an idea, bring it to us. We'll provide you with the required skill. So the question previously that was asked that I've been here for from the first year. Now I'm in 4th year. And I have a good idea, but that won't work because I don't have the skill in my college. I don't have people whom I can trust in our college. This is the question that was asked. Okay, you might not find some people in your college, but how about finding some people outside your college? In different colleges, right? So if you have an idea, a JNTU student has an idea. So what I'll do is I'll give him some person randomly, who has the set of skills you need from OU. Do you think it won't work that a guy from JNTU and OU working together? It will. If you ask me, it will. Now you might think this as a freelancing thing, but it's not a freelancing thing, because freelancers might ask you for money. They won't do it for free. Freelancing doesn't mean it's free. So this might be a problem. They might charge you with very high cost, but your fellow student from different college might help you in a way lesser amount, and he can also be more dedicated towards you. Because he's from different college, he might, you don't have to worry about, whether he will work or not. Because we as a company, what we'll do is, when we get these people together, we'll make sure that this guy works dedicatedly towards your goal. How we'll do that? When you come to our company, I'll let you know. When I put you into some project, I'll let you know. So if you ask me how to join Savishkara, we actually had the joining part done, but due to some issues, I had to change the website. So once our new website, which will be getting built completely by the mid-February, I'll start taking people and I'll note their skills down. So, and if you have any ideas, we'll put up a form. So please submit your idea there. And once you submit your idea there, we'll verify it, whether it will work or not. If you have to do some changes into it, we'll let you know. And if you don't have to do any changes on that particular idea, then we'll provide you with the required skill and get things done. So this is simply what we do. Okay. So apart from this, I also told you that we'll be conducting some workshops, training sessions, seminars, and all the other stuff. So that should also help people to learn all of these things. So there's one more thing also we are doing. We are training at schools. So you might think that White Hat Junior style thing. You go there, you take students, you teach them coding and all the blah blah stuff, and let them rot for whatever they learned. Being frank, I am against White Hat Junior, because what they do is they raise the expectations of people, which won't work actually. You might learn some part of coding, but they can't, use that particular coding idea to earn some crores of money. Not everyone can do that. There are only few millennials who can do that. So what we do is we make students code ready. We don't teach them coding. We make them code ready. So if you are worrying about, after going to our website, finding that we train at schools, you might think that we are another White Hat Junior style company. that's wrong. I just wanted to let you know that. So yeah, this is what Savishkara does. So if you have any doubts on this, please, you can also post those to me. I'll be ready to answer them. And one more thing. Wait. This is the last thing. Sorry. This is the last thing. So I told you that if you don't find the relevant talent in your own college, what did I tell you? I told you that you find some from the other college. Do you know how this idea struck me? I'll say it to you. My own team is from various colleges. Okay, I have my next to power, Bhanu Pradeep, who is from DRK College. Next is Pavan Karthik, who is from TKR College. Next is Rahul, who is from JNTH CEH. He's our website designer. He's from mechanical department. You should know him. And next comes Jay Krishna, who is from DRK College. Next comes Ramchandra, who is also from DRK College. And in the next line comes Rohit, who is from JNTH CEH, presently 5th year, pursuing his degree at AIT, Asian Institute of Technology. And next comes Fani Raghava, who is a friend of mine from 10th class. So this guy is from Geetham College, who has done his degree in aeronautical engineering. So I found all of these people, and then I got the idea that you might not find the relevant people in your own college, but you might find them outside the college too, from various other colleges. It was possible to me because I went on training these students. These were all my students. They are DRK and TKR college students. They were all my students previously, but they helped me start this company right now. So maybe that might be your future. So if you have any ideas, please. LinkedIn ID, go through Savishkara VTT, and there you will find my LinkedIn ID too. So you don't have to worry about that. So for us, Savishkara is like bringing talent together. That's our tagline too. So yeah. Roshni, please continue.
Yeah, thank you so much. And one thing is, we also have the LinkedIn ID over there, so you can go and connect over that's of Savishkara, and you can find Aditya also.
Last page.
So, bro, you said metallurgy, but that's, I think it's all about the interest and the passion that Aditya had. I can answer that question because I have seen Aditya for a very long time, not a very long time, but I've seen for a quite good number of, amount of time. So he's like a passionate student, and whenever he gets a chance of learning something new, he never hesitated to do that. And that is something very unique about Aditya, and that's the reason that he is here delivering the session and we are listening to it. So yeah, that is something unique about Aditya, and he's also very good at robotics. And
thank you.
I have been a student. Okay, Parth Advais is also one of the student of. Even I have been, but not a very good student. That is. So
you're a good student.
So yeah, and he happens to be my super. Maybe I might not be of the same department, but he is my super, what do you call if you have a 2 years gap? Super senior, but not from the same department, but I never felt that. And he was also mentor for many of them like me. He keeps guiding juniors, and he never gets irritated with all the silly questions we pose him. And he was also a mentor for Harshad. So yeah, there are many people over here who actually,
that's going way beyond. Just get that down. That's going way beyond.
So yeah.
That's going way beyond. Just get that down.
Yeah, with this note, so I don't. We have already crossed 8 minutes of the time that we have asked from you. So yeah, I think this session has been worth. So that is the reason still we have 54 people. And also, let me tell you, this is the first time that we have this many attendees, that too staying until the last of the session. And that is what that you're special, that you made the whole session very interactive, and people are ready to listen from you. So just look at the count; it's still 54, and you're amazing. This count tells how amazing.
Thank you, one and all, for patiently listening to my class.
Yep.
Nothing else.
And we also actually, most of them are your students, Aditya, and
actually most of them are.
Because mentoring everyone, and most of them will turn out to be your students at the end of the day. So that's what happened. Yeah. So let's call it a day now.
Thank you, Sai.
And the session
Yeah.
was hyped. And anybody else who wanted to speak anything with Aditya, you can directly connect with him on LinkedIn, and he'll be there to guide you. And I'm sure about that. If you have whatever the doubts might be, it might be silly or whatever, you can ask him. And whenever you find some time to mentor, he'll surely answer all your questions. And somehow he's the busiest person, so the replies late రావచ్చు కానీ రావడం అయితే పక్కా. So yeah. So yeah, but just note, let's
No, that's going way beyond. Okay, get it done. Get it done.
it's Tinava. Yeah, this is the sign that we need to end up the session now. It's the time that we need to have our lunch break as well. So yeah.
Oh, you
That's it.
didn't have your lunch.
No, we didn't have.
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
No, we are actually enjoying the session. But Parthad was given a sign that please end the session as soon as you can. I know that Roshni keeps on speaking if that's about Aditya. So yeah, let's end the session.
Okay.
With a sign note, thank you so much, people, for staying until the end of the session. Thank you so much. And thank you, Aditya, for your valuable time and delivering a session which was really helpful for all of us. And thank you, Surya Vaishnav, for coordinating and helping Aditya and giving such a good presentation. And thank you, everybody.
Yeah, actually, there are 2 to 3 people whom I should actually thank. I should thank Bhanu. I should also thank Pawan. I should thank Funny. I should thank Vaishnav. I should thank Geeta for helping me with this session. Some people helped me with the presentation and all. Some people helped me with the direction and all. So I should thank them too. Thank you one and all. Yeah, and including friends and family, everyone. I should thank everyone.
Yeah, thank you. And
I also thank ESL for giving me this wonderful opportunity over here to speak to everyone. Because if they didn't contact me, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, ESL, for that.